your ability to create something only and only comes from the fact when you're dissatisfied with something. If you are a kind of person who has a structured mind, who knows, okay, this happened after this happened after this, by this age you do this thing, by this age you do this thing, you're conforming by the structure of the world, and you do not want to disrupt it, you don't want to change it. And when there is no disruption, it's very hard to bring in creativity.
90% of the time, when people are not satisfied, or maybe 95% of the time when people are not satisfied, that's the time when they want to revamp or rework or redesign something.
For example, safety pins. The design of safety pins has been same.
Correct.
We all have seen that
Correct,
post in which they say like some things have never changed their
Yeah.
design. But that's chaos in your room, not in your mind.
Oh yeah, correct. Okay, yeah.
Because it's possible
But
that
then, because of the chaos in my room, it is actually chaosing, like
creating chaos,
chaos in my head, and therefore I'm not able to function.
Cool. So welcome back to another new episode of the Deep Philosophy Group. This time I have a new guest with us. You already know me. I am Frederick Nietzsche. The new guest we have with us today, her name is
Hi, Meera Vibe.
Meera Vibe. Nice. So that's the guest with us. So if I would just help you know like what exactly this episode is gonna be about, we have different prompts with us, and all of them are some open-ended philosophical prompts. And you can just have a look at different episodes which are already posted on our channel, and you can have a look at like understand what exactly it is. So we will choose any one of the cards, and whatever the prompt we'll get, we'll try to discuss upon it for like 15-20 minutes. We'll try to give our opinions, and at the end we'll try to conclude something. The best thing about it is that there's no right answer, and whatever conclusion we get, we are not going to go to United Nations and tell them that, see, this is something that we want to get implemented in the world. There's no conclusion of this thing, so we are not doing anything for utility out of this. It's just some conversations. That's it. Cool. So if you know what the rules are, we'll start with it. You can choose any of the cards.
Okay. Okay. Let's go with this.
Cool. So you can read it out.
Yeah. Does creativity comes from chaos in mind?
Nice. So does creativity come from chaos in mind? Okay, so generally like what we do on this channel is that whenever we get a prompt, we try to define each word so that we are on the same page before discussing any of it.
Okay.
So when we say creativity, according to you, what exactly creativity is?
It is design. It is anything which you create from scratch.
Okay.
It could be anything in terms of, I mean, anything like from an artwork to some installation to maybe something which you are trying to, let's say, even if you are trying to make like a table or out of
Mm-hmm.
like planks, that is also creativity for me.
Okay.
So maybe you are sketching, you are doing anything.
So anything which we are making or
Correct.
building
Yeah.
or okay, so it can be poetry, it can be any form of art, it can
Yeah.
be design, it can be building, anything.
Yeah.
So creativity come from chaos. Now, what exactly chaos is? Chaos is something out of order,
Yeah.
which does not have a structure, which does not have a pattern. It's just very random. Chaos is something that we call it. Mind is just a subconscious or conscious or any kind of mind. Cool. So now we are gonna answer: does creativity come from chaos in mind? What is your take on this?
Huh. I have a very mixed opinion on it.
Mhm.
Like there have been times where uh, you might have a lot of things going on in your mind altogether, and eventually you just come up with something in terms like it could be anything.
Mhm.
So, but necessarily it has to be like creativity always come from that. I disagree.
Okay.
It could or could not. So today, let's say I have 10 things going on in my mind altogether. Am I a creative person that time? Maybe if I'm creative, maybe not, because I might have a lot of going on rather than actually going ahead and like coming up with something which is very unique altogether. Now again, like, we can debate on it. Is every time whenever you're creating something, does it need to be unique or not? That is again like a different, like, altogether, like, topic altogether. But yeah, like, so I'm coming from a space where I can say ki it could or could not be.
Okay, so
Yeah.
for now you are not picking up any side.
I'm not picking up any side.
Okay, okay. So like my inclination right now is more towards yes,
Okay.
that creativity does come from the chaos in mind.
Mm-hmm.
I have like points on the other side also, but like first I would like to discuss on the pro side of this thing.
Sure.
So I was just seeing one of the videos of Javed Akhtar where he was saying that in psychiatry there is a very interesting thing that people talk about. I don't know word by word what exactly did he
Mm-hmm.
say, but I just understand. I remember whatever he said. It was more of like in psychiatry there is a very interesting thing that your ability to create something only and only comes from the fact when you're dissatisfied with something, or when you have some problem, you see some problem in this world.
Mm-hmm.
If you are a kind of person who conform with everything which is happening in the world,
Mm-hmm.
your ability to make something, or your, what do you say, your motivation to make something
Mm-hmm.
is not that sharp. All the people who have created something
Mm-hmm.
were having some or the other issues with the present form of that thing. Why would you improve something, why would you make something new out of it when you are not dissatisfied with it? So like how I want to connect it with this
Mm-hmm.
thing is that chaos, um, if you are a kind of person who has a structured mind, who knows, okay, this happened after this happened after this, by this age you do this thing, by this age you do this thing, you're conforming by the structure of the world and you
Mm-hmm.
do not want to disrupt it, you
Mm-hmm.
don't want to change it.
Mm-hmm.
And when there is no disruption,
Mm-hmm.
it's very hard to bring in creativity.
Okay, but now, like, just because we are picked
Hmm.
sides,
No, no,
I,
we have not picked any
okay,
sides.
okay,
We can keep on changing.
perfect, okay, okay. So let's say, like, I hear you, okay,
Hmm.
but now also think ki today, let's say today, if somebody is writing a poetry altogether,
Hmm.
and they are great poets, and s- we get inspired from them.
Hmm.
That does I don't have to come from a space where, oh, because I did not like his poetry, or his poetry is not good enough, or, and from that space I might not be creating altogether. So probably I like something,
Hmm.
and then I want to create on my own. uh and that could be like a very simple example. So let's say if we are talking about very functional products altogether,
Hmm.
and I have a water bottle which
Hmm.
is really good functionality wise, it's
Hmm.
really good, but I still want to see it in a different form altogether. Now, that doesn't mean that it is not doing the purpose or the job which it needs to be.
Doing.
Yeah, it needs to do.
Hmm.
So a basic necessity for me is that I will be like pouring water in it, and
Hmm.
I'll be taking to my office.
Hmm.
But now today, I there might be few things where I can say, ki, okay, I need to create, or I need to change a form because it doesn't fit in my bag in a
Bag.
certain way, or something like that.
Hmm.
But it could also come from a point, ki, okay, fine, let's do something else altogether,
Hmm.
and then let's see. So are we saying that, oh, because it was not meeting my purpose? It was, but I just wanted to create something
But
new
but
altogether.
but why did you want to make a new thing? Just for the sake of it, or like you are saying you are not dissatisfied with its
Yeah,
present form?
yeah.
But even then, why are you motivated to make the new version? Why?
It could be.
There was some issue with this. That is why you thought of changing it. For
Hmm.
example, safety pins. The
Hmm.
design of safety pins
It
has been
hasn't.
same.
Huh, correct.
We
Okay.
all have seen that post
Correct.
in which
Yeah.
they say like some things have never changed their
Yeah.
design.
Yeah.
Perfect, because they are already serving their purpose.
Yeah.
But there have been newer things which have come into the play.
But I can still say, no, there have been, like, now the basic shape of the safety pin might not be changing, because, but now you can see, the size is changing.
Hmm.
uh it has, now it has been coming with a lot of embellishment, like if you want to put it on a sari, or how
Hmm.
you want to, the strength have changed, like.
Hmm.
So I cannot say that the design, yes, I'll not say that the design have changed a lot, but the way, the kind of material we are using,
Hmm.
that have changed.
It has been
So
optimized.
It has been optimized.
Optimized, exactly.
But are we saying that is not creative? It is, somewhere or the other we
Yeah,
can
it
say
is
it is.
creative. It is creative.
So every time something needs to be created, or and when you are not satisfied, that is major. Like I can say that uh, 90% of the time, when people are not satisfied, or maybe 95% of the time when people are not satisfied, that's the time when they want to revamp or rework or redesign something.
Hmm.
And from there, like, your creativity comes in. But is it creating a chaos in your mind altogether every time? Are you like, today you are a poet, you
Hmm.
want to write something,
Hmm.
so is it always like because something is not, or you have a lot of chaos and that's why you come up with poetry
See, if
altogether?
I have to talk about myself, then
Yeah.
yes, I have a
Okay.
lot of chaos in my head.
Okay. Okay.
To be honest, I
Yeah.
use any form
It's
of
a way out for you.
exactly, like,
Okay.
to be honest, there was a time when I like went into therapy, and
Mm-hmm.
the person who was taking my therapy,
Mm-hmm.
she told me that
Mm-hmm.
you need a way out to get things out of your head.
Okay.
If poetry, writing, or this
Mm-hmm.
thing is your way of getting this thing out,
Okay.
use it.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess most of the people have been using this art form just to get the shit out of their head. Okay, so
Okay.
okay,
Yeah.
I'll just give you some
Yeah.
more examples.
Yeah.
Picasso was one of the examples of that.
Mm-hmm.
Van Gogh was one of the examples of that.
Mm-hmm.
Any creative person that you will see,
Mm-hmm.
they, okay, most of the times
Mm-hmm.
they are set apart from the actual structure of the world.
Yeah.
They have different way of thinking, they have different way of questioning, they have different way of functioning altogether,
Mm.
because they have something in their head which does not align exactly with the society, which motivates them and which also gives them an edge of thinking something out of the box. Why the art of, and most of the times you will also see that the things that they're creating
Mm.
is not respected in their lifetime, but it's
Mm.
respected after they have gone, or maybe
Mm.
long after that. Most of the times what I have seen is that any creative thing is a
Mm.
product of the chaos in the head of that person.
Okay.
They were dissatisfied with something, they had some issues with something in the world, and they just wanted to change it. And these are just some artful things. But
Yeah.
even if you come into something like law
Mm.
or constitution, B.R. Ambedkar, he was
Mm.
dissatisfied with the society, whatever the caste system and all of those things were happening.
Mm.
He created, okay, so when we say creativity,
Correct.
constitution, he drafted the entire constitution in a way that the casteism and all of these things need to be eradicated on the basis of law. Mahatma Gandhi can be example of that. Any other political leader,
Mm.
Abraham Lincoln was one of the examples of that. So even in politics, you will see that the people who create new laws, new legislatures, have some kind of dissatisfaction with the society.
But are we saying that this is dissatisfaction and chaos is same then?
That's an interesting point, because yeah, most of the times it will not align directly.
Yeah.
Sometimes we will see that, okay, yeah, that is also true, that chaos and dissatisfaction are not equitable things.
Yeah.
If we just talk about chaos, then
Hmm.
does creativity come from chaos in mind? Okay, so if we rethink about it, then I can say that not always. Yeah, true. Not always. Not always.
because because every time that's what like hit me ki currently when we are talking about, we are always saying that, oh, because I was dissatisfied or
Mm-hmm.
I'm not happy with it.
Mm-hmm.
But then chaos might not come from dissatisfied, chaos might be a very different. Let's look up like a, do you think that we should actually go ahead and just see like what exactly, what's the literal meaning of
Yeah,
chaos?
yeah, sure. We can
let's
go on with
let's
that.
do that. Okay, so chaos means complete disorder or confusion.
Complete disorder and confusion. Okay.
When things feel messy, unpredictable, and out of control.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, then if you go by that case, maybe it's not always.
Hmm.
Okay, so I guess both the sides are not correct. That maybe if you have
Correct,
chaos in
yeah.
your head, it's
Yeah.
not always true that you will make something creative.
Correct, yeah.
And when you have a straight head, that then also it is possible that you can make
Because now,
something.
like, okay, so there are times when I say that my I'm not able to function
Mm-hmm.
because my room is very chaotic and
Mm-hmm.
my it's a chaos in my room.
Mm-hmm.
So and uh, and because of that reason, maybe I'm not able to function. So now let's say when I set everything like things where they need to be, like where my laptop, where my table, like my bed sheet, my everything. When it's picture perfect according to me,
Mhm.
that's when I'm able to function all together.
But that's chaos in your room, not in your mind.
Mm. Oh yeah, correct. Okay, yeah.
Because it's possible that
But then, because of the chaos in my room, it is actually chaosing, like
creating chaos in your
chaos
head.
in my head, and therefore I'm not able to function.
I again, I have a very counterintuitive thought to that.
Okay.
I love to keep my room and things very organized,
Correct, yeah.
but my head at the same time.
Yeah.
That is why, like if I get on to concluding this
Yeah.
particular thing as well,
Yeah.
does creativity come from chaos in the mind?
Hmm.
Um, Again, I guess there is no straight yes or no answer to this.
Yeah.
We can have many cases in which we say yes,
Yeah.
it does come from chaos,
Correct, yeah.
and in many cases it does not. I
Mm-hmm.
was just thinking of one more example, and that
Mm-hmm.
was when we are defining creativity.
Mm-hmm.
Creativity is anything. You created anything, even if you created shit.
Correct,
It's
yeah.
created. It
Fair.
is created.
Fair,
It's
yeah. Yeah.
creative.
Yeah.
And that shit was created through chaos or through process. That doesn't matter.
Correct, yeah.
So when we get onto that definition of creativity,
Hmm.
then this entire concept of it being coming from the chaos or no chaos
Yeah.
is unnecessary.
Correct, yeah. Because now, because you have said that, like the first thing which came into my mind was, like, imagine a small, like, 1 year old or a 2 year old.
Mm-hmm.
I give them like colors, or I give
Mm-hmm.
them different materials,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a first hand experience where actually they are going to do like something or the other, because it's new for them, textures
Mm-hmm.
are new for them. So they end up like making something. So
Mm-hmm.
are we saying that because there's a lot of chaos in their head, and
Mm-hmm.
that is why they are able to like bring that output all together? Maybe, maybe not. It is
Yeah.
just that, okay, they are also like trying to like experiment with things,
Yeah. Yeah.
and because of those experiments, like something have come out, and that is creative for us altogether.
Yeah, and also it is possible that you would say that what is this shit that you have created, but who are we to judge?
Correct,
Just
yeah.
put it in front of the world. Maybe somebody
Oh
will
yeah.
find some sense out of it.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Because this also brings me to one more point, and that is any form of art, any form of creative thing in this world has its audience.
Oh yeah,
There are many
definitely.
things that we do not conform with as an audience,
Hmm.
and it can be anything. It can be any utilitarian thing as well. Even the buildings, even the most utilitarian things in this world have their own audiences.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter how utilitarian they are and how objectively
Yeah.
utilitarian they are. Even then, there are many people who would not use that thing,
Hmm.
but some people would love to use that thing.
Hmm.
Fashion is one of the examples of that. Buildings, the way
Performance art.
performance is completely subjective, but even in the objective thing, if you see like
Yeah.
chairs are also objective utilitarian thing, but there will
Yeah.
be some people who will prefer this kind of chair and some
Yeah.
people who will choose other kind of chair.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to say is that when you get down to that definition of creativity,
Hmm.
then chaos or no chaos
Hmm.
doesn't matter,
Yeah.
because at the end of the day, whatever you create
Hmm.
can be sold or can be utilized in
Yeah,
this
I
world.
mean, you do have an audience for that.
Yeah,
Like,
everything has an
irrespective of
audience.
whatever you're creating, I
Hmm.
feel that you do have an audience. Like today, it is just that either you need to be so explicit that you can explain it,
Hmm.
or maybe you just leave up to people, and
Let them
that,
perceive
yeah,
it.
let them perceive it, or maybe you will get like an audience who will actually come and will value it. So you don't
Yeah.
have to actually sell it all together. So
Hmm.
as a maker, you don't necessarily need to be a marketer,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but you can.
This brings me to a very interesting thing, which was the propagator and originator discussion that I had in my previous episode. So I'll
Okay.
just put that link on the I button over here. Yeah. So you can see that over here, and we had a very interesting discussion on this originator and propagator
Okay.
thing. That how creative people are generally the originators of the thought,
Mm-hmm.
but they are not the propagator of that at the
Yeah.
same time. Propagators are generally the different people.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, cool. So if we have to conclude this thing, does creativity come from chaos in the mind? I guess the way that we would conclude it is that when you put creativity to the definition of that, it is anything which has been
Mm-hmm.
created, then the entire discussion of it coming from chaos or not doesn't matter. But I just feel like the people even who created out of the chaos and people are not able to understand it,
Hmm.
even that is art for not this era,
Oh
for
yeah.
some other era.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Whatever
definitely.
Van Gogh created, whatever Picasso created was not liked too much in their era, or
Hmm.
but it was liked in the era of the
Yeah,
other
yeah.
people. And I guess with this era of YouTube,
Oh yeah.
Instagram, I guess this way of people finding art has
Hmm.
become a little bit more streamlined.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is all about this. I guess that was all about this conversation. I hope that you like this conversation. If you have any of the opinions of any of the things that we have said, please put that down in the comment section. If you have any opinion on this thing, like does creativity come from chaos in mind, put it down in the comment section. We'll love to have more discussion on that, and we really engage with the people who comment on our channel, which for now are zero. But maybe someday there will be some more people.
And
Uh,
probably we'll be able to pick one side whether.
yeah, but like the idea of philosophy at most of the times is that you cannot pick a side. It's all
Yeah.
gray, right? So that's all. If you like this conversation, please hit the like button, comments, and share it with the people who you feel like these kind of conversations. And subscribe to the channel. That is really very much helpful to us. And you can also press the bell icon. That is how this entire thing works. We also have an Instagram page, so I'll just put the link of that in the description as well. You can also follow our Instagram page, and YouTube is already there. That is all about this conversation. If you like this kind of conversation, there are many more such episodes that we have already created on our channel. You can have a look at that. That is all. I don't think if there is any other marketing hook that I'm missing, that's all cool. Till then, for the next video, bye bye. Thank you.
Bye.